I did forget the number one rule of comedy, that things are much more funnier when you explain them.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Everyone knows that it is a perfectly positive linear relationship between, the amount of explanation done in a joke and how funny the joke is. And for those of you who don't know what a positive linear relationship is,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, frantically typing in numbers for characters that may or may not show up right now.
it's me, Mohammed. I'm just rolling the dice and hoping Anirudh throws me a layup on this one. I'm sending him a bunch of character sheets and we'll see how it goes. And over to my not over to my anything, because they're right in front of me. They're across the table. Across the table from me is someone who doesn't understand the difference between ring lights and rings of light.
Huh? Hi, it's me, Daisy.
Oh, I was expecting a little bit more than that.
I don't
welcome
know.
to this- All right,
Like we said, Daisy doesn't understand the difference between ring lights and rings of light. There's a difference there.
All right. Sup, folks? Welcome.
What
to
about Rings of Saturn?
Not a Scratch? Oh boy.
Those aren't.
Drops of Jupiter? Anybody?
I'm gonna stop this before I make a joke I regret.
Hey, welcome everyone to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes Scratch is an overpowered move. Where the folks that are on the show, you've been listening to it. Glad you're popped on in, hopped on in, dived on in. We haven't dove in yet. Welcome. How you guys doing today? The people
Do not dive before it's time.
Yeah, it's very important to not dive before it's time.
Yeah, a false start on your dives is actually a 10-episode penalty. So
I'm tired.
we all
Good to
are.
know. Anyway, speaking of tired things,
A
Mansoor.
caveat before we talk about Mansoor, because
shout out Mansoor.
Mansoor would appreciate this. Well, shout out Mansoor, because Mansoor has recorded these late episodes with us in the past, and they have been chaotic. And wherever Mansoor is, I'm sure he could feel the chaotic energy that is about to spew forth. Where is Mansoor, by the way?
So I was talking about tiredness right now. He's decided that this constantly moving from destination to destination isn't quite up his lane. I think honestly he's getting sick of having various different types of diets, right? Like one time it's this random country, one time it's that random country. So he's decided on the consistent diet of the world, aka airplane food, and he's literally just flying around the world. That's it. No destination. He wants to do one full loop.
Now, let me tell you a thing about airplane food.
What's the deal with airplane food? Well, he'll tell us in 36 hours, I think. That's not how long the flight is. That's like airport time and gas and all that fun stuff. It's fun, actually. They're going to do this thing where two airplanes...
I was about to say, you mean Mansoor's plane isn't doing the cool mid-air refueling?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. He's got two planes that are next to each other. One of them is dedicated solely to refueling. So it'll fly up, fly down, and another one will come up and come down, and his plane stays exactly the same in terms of like constantly in motion. Very fascinating stuff. I think he's writing a PhD paper on it.
If I fly this plane fast enough in the opposite direction of the Earth's rotation...
It's not
Basically.
fast, not long enough.
I think he's trying to discover the closest thing we can get to time travel. Whether or not he'll be successful remains to be seen.
There's something with the international date line that he's definitely gimmicking around.
Very true, very true. Time travel's kind of wonky, isn't it, guys? All the logistics about it causes wild situations, like a random legendary Pokemon you've met in the past showing up in your present asking you for a favor situation. Speaking of, last time on Not a Scratch.
Dreams, walking,
I was about to say, it was not solely dreams.
cave, rocks.
Very true. Anything else, Mitchell?
if I only had 5 words to describe Arc 6 episode 16, I do not think I could have done better. I think that was perfect. And if I had 9 words to describe Arc 6 episode 16, it would be dreams and walking and caves and rocks and
Yay, I finally made the people. Okay, great. We can stop stalling.
There's also a water
guess
gem in there somewhere.
There's a water gem somewhere. There's the loud roaring noise, which we'll talk about in a second. It's all cool. It's all fine. It's all dandy. Without further ado, unless you guys have anything last minute you want to add in here.
If you didn't listen to last episode, we played our favorite game of all time. Go back and listen to it.
We did. It's such fun.
Oh
I think
yeah.
Daisy loves it. I think. I
I'm
might be speaking.
rich.
There you go. That also happened, which is, I'm still slightly annoyed by that, but I've gotten over it mostly. So
Don't be a hater just because I'm skilled at this game you made up.
I don't like it when people are better at me at things that I made. Is that my ego talking? Yes. Do I care? Not particularly. And on that note, we potentially dive on in. So I said potentially because I'm not sure if either of you two have dove on in. I did. I'm assuming.
Where's the pool?
There's no pool. It's just a cave. You go thud and you look up.
Marco. You're supposed to say polo.
I think that was him saying polo.
All right.
It's fun. Anyway,
Splash.
we're here. We splashed. Let's get it going. So let's describe this creature in front of us because we did, but I'm going to describe it anyway for those that just jumped into this episode for no real reason. What you see in front of you is a Steelix. That's already kind of scary as is, but there is something weird about this Steelix. You see, the normal Steelix is that sort of like dullish gray color with spikes appearing every now and then, but this one, no, this one has almost like a beard on it and weird like electronic blues, hexagons every now and then, almost like it's segmented between the normal Steelix iron color and these weird tiny like other shaped things like symbols every now and then there are crystals on it because yes, it is a Mega Steelix, but not only a Mega Steelix, because this Steelix is a different color in and of itself. It's almost, I don't want to say see-through per se, but it's like looking through the ocean, a clearer ocean, where you can see sort of through. It's like translucent almost. As the Steelix looks directly at you, one of the few distinguishing features that isn't see-through are its eyes. Still the same like bluish color with the the white eyes and black, almost looks like face paint behind it. So you can see their eyes very clearly. That pops out compared to the crystallized color of the skin and the random jutting out crystals. And so not only is this a Steelix, not only is it, as I've sort of described with the beard and the other crystals, a Mega Steelix, but this is a crystal Mega Steelix. It's fun. I made a new thing. I got very excited about it. Yeah.
And it's more powerful than Rayquaza.
Well,
Anirudh just did the thing the entire Pokemon community wanted when they saw the map of Paldea in-game and said, "What about over that rock wall? There are Megas over there!"
Yep, we went, well, technically we didn't go over the rock wall. We went in the ground.
And we found, to be clear, it's not terrestrialized, but we found a terrestrialized Mega.
We found something
because that's what we needed for game balance.
Yep. Well, I thought, you know what? These characters are winning too much. Daisy was out here rolling nat 20s on movement rolls and picking up random items and everything like that. So I'm like, all right, insert big enemy here.
And as usual, Kyle did nothing to deserve this.
Absolutely. And on that note, it's time to roll that good old initiative thingy thing. Before we start, before either of you join, before anybody does anything, I am going to I'm going to split this into 2 ways. You can choose as you, and I'm going to give both of you the opportunity to control Victini, Manaphy, and Rotom, who are all 3 are with you at this point. Who is going to battle and who does not want to battle? Because I'm giving you that option. Obviously, the more that go into the battle, the more likely you'll win the battle. If you don't go into battle, I have another path for you.
We have established that Manaphy stays in the bag unless A, we are fighting a legendary, or B, desperate times.
A
This is
really
not
scary
desperate times
ghost.
yet.
No, or a really scary ghost. Yes. Manaphy go burr. Though not right now. Manaphy's in the back. For you two, for Rotom, for Victini, who's fighting, who's not? I leave the choice up to you.
You're
I leave the
telling
choice up
me
to
you're
you.
giving me an option to not fight?
Not only am I giving you an option not to fight, if somehow you beat this Crystal Steelix, everybody's getting experience, including Manaphy.
Manaphy evolves into Kyogre.
That's the real secret behind that riddle.
I mean, all right. Is we pop in the Steelix go roar? Is Steelix, metaphorically cracking its knuckles, looking for a fight, saying, "Hey, don't touch my gem"? Or is Steelix just chilling?
The former. Steelix out here like, I'm hungry, I'm in the mood to eat some Pokemon. And we're all like, whoa, wait, that's not this universe. And he's like, forget this universe.
I thought Onyx and Steelix ate dirt and rocks. No.
Yeah, no, he is
Not
currently
today.
he thinks all of you guys are so weak that you are equivalent to the dirt and rocks around.
I mean, Onyx and Steelix are made out of dirt and rock too, so that's.
You are what you eat, Daisy.
Yeah. Quite literally. I'm pretty sure there's
Quite literally in this case,
about
apparently.
it.
And that's why I am a Garbanzo bean.
Audino takes off their mask. See, I'm a bean this whole time.
Anirudh was worried it was a Ditto. Please.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a Ditto.
all of this is to say, if this Steelix is looking for a fight, Kyle is more than willing to, throw down, considering there is Gem, and if Steelix isn't going to be diplomatic about this, hey, I was we gonna have to throw down.
So is the gem,
Kyle's been adventuring. Kyle knows what the deal is.
just to be clear, is the gem still in the wall, or is it embedded in Steelix, as one of the crystals?
It's in the wall.
It's in the wall behind Steelix.
Yeah, it is behind Steelix at this current point.
And if the Steelix has made up his mind to say, hey, the only way you're getting this gem is through me, Kyle just, very gladly steps forward and kind of looks over his shoulder at, Victini and Rotom and just kind of nods. And I guess it looks over at all three of them, but I say Victini and Rotom because I have a say in those.
So Kyle is a yes for fight. Manaphy is snoozing in the bag and or watching out pensively. Rose.
What are you talking about, man? Manaphy would be excited. Manaphy would be like, yeah, go!
I mean,
Actually,
what
yeah,
is
forget that. Manaphy's out here making up a new cheer or something like that.
what is the other option other than fight? Would it just
get
be
the gem.
sit and watch,
Get
or
the gem.
is that not part of the fight? Could
It
I
is not
do
part of the
both?
fight. The fight is the fight, and getting the gem has its own obstacles that do not involve the fight.
Huh. So, huh. But couldn't I make my way there while being in the fight?
Not easily, because this is a Mega Crystal Steel. The crystal part doesn't matter, but Mega Steel is kind of big, so kind of one little swing of the tail, and it's sweeping things off like it's a window wipe. The
But
car
I thought
thing.
the crystal was in the same direction.
The crystal is behind the Steelix, so you'd have to somehow get around Steelix without them noticing, pull the gem out, and book it again before Steelix notices.
Huh.
And the fight could be part of a distraction, so you might be able to use that to your advantage, or if you're in the fight, you're in the fight. There's no way to be in the fight and then, oops, turn around, grab this, I guess.
Does Rotom have to hold the gem, or can it touch the gem?
Rotom needs to have the gem in their possession, so just kind of tapping it doesn't work. It's a bag item, a held item, whatever you want to classify that. So
Because my thought was, what if I just throw Rotom at the wall
it would hurt.
to get the gem?
That
Throw
would be against-
Rotom over Steelix.
It's like, all right, guys. Rose is like, hey guys, I don't know if you knew about this, but I was my high school quarterback. Hike, grab Rotom, yeet.
Yeah, Steelix is only 11 yards tall.
Yeah.
Psh, easy.
Up to you. Also,
Rotom can float.
Rotom just kind of like, all right, guys, here's the game plan. Y'all fight. I'm just gonna ghost my way over there and just poof.
Rotom does have levitate.
It does.
Rotom uses Phantom Shadow Sneak.
Rotom's like, hey, Rose, you've been joking around. In reality, I've been Giratina this whole time. Phantom Force.
Phantom Force. Yeah.
Let me just get behind, steal it.
But I leave it up to you. For Victini and Rotom, I'm going to leave you to the decision of whether or not they fight or assist in the gem snatching operation.
If Rose is also fighting, the other two are also fighting. But if Rose isn't fighting, then this is something for me and Daisy to figure out here. Ball's in your court.
I mean, I don't know.
Because Rose has avoided pretty much every unnecessary fight up to this point. It's just a matter of, is this fight unnecessary, right?
I guess I don't fully understand the function of the fight, so I don't know I can't see them as different.
Let's change this up slightly, because I think ultimately it leads to the same solution anyway. Everyone's going to roll initiative. Everyone's going to theoretically be fighting. Who's actually going to do the punching, and who's going to avoid the punching and do other actions instead? That might be a better way to describe it.
I'll just say I'll fight because I don't really.
Everyone's punching
missing,
until they have a reason not to. I feel like, considering the Steelix isn't really looking to give us another option than just punch. So, and Victini's not going to turn around now, so we're kind of stuck here. Also, Rotom's kind of our ride. So, or I guess not Rotom, Wash is our ride. But
right.
All right. Anirudh, do I have to refresh my page because I'm looking at the speed roll and I like it?
Did you roll that? When did you roll that?
Like when I opened my character sheet.
Then you need to re-roll it.
Oh no! Why? I rolled max speed.
That's not an excuse.
Fine. I'll settle for close enough to max speed. And by close enough, I mean halfway, but still, Kyle is fast.
I'll just say that I'm fighting because there's something I'm missing, so I'll see when
it's fine.
There, I guess.
I feel free to do whatever actions you wish in the fight. I think it's going to lead to the same solution at the end of the day, or at least the same pathway that I'm expecting you to go on. Unless you shock me and decide, you know what, I'm just going to go all out. Moves, and
Rose
moves.
just starts yelling in damage.
I mean, hyperpoints.
Yes, that was my point.
A couple of things to note. A couple of things that are actually pretty important. Number one, we did make the change that the number for accuracy is the first successful number. In other words, if the default of 6, a 6 works. Previously, a 6 did not work. So it is slightly more accurate every move.
We just gave all moves a 5% buff. Nice.
Correct. And that is important because of Victini's ability, which is Victory Star, where every ally, including Victini, has a -1 to accuracy roll. In other words, now the first number that is successful on default is a 5 as opposed to a 6, meaning that it's 5% better than what the norm is, which is
so what you're saying is from the previous battles in this series, we have a 10% buff.
Correct.
Nice.
So for people at home, in case, because this is the first real battle we've had since the most recent update, immunity is half damage, barely effective, which is just 2 not effectives in a row, is 0.8 times the damage, not very effective is 0.9, neutral is 1, super effective is 1.5, quad effective is 2.25. We round, always down, and this is important.
0.5, 0.8, and 0.9. Resistances don't matter.
Resistances do not matter as much as super effectiveness.
Resistances don't matter at all, basically. If you single resist a move, that's just 10% less damage, which on our scale is like maybe 2.
It's a couple points here and there.
Yeah.
This is kind of how it is.
Versus if you hit something super effective.
Correct. So I need you guys to roll. I don't know who wants to. I'm assuming Muhammad, since he's more likely to battle. I'm not sure. Whoever's gonna roll the. Whoever's gonna roll the initiative rolls for those two.
They're both the same speed, so I could just get both of them done right here. Let me know when you want those numbers, and I'll roll them. right? They do both have the same speed.
Go for
Crazy.
it. I believe they do. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, Victini got a 13. Rotom got a 14. That was so anticlimactic because I clicked and the number just ticked 1.
Go ahead and tell me your 2 initiative rolls.
11.
All right. Kyle got an 8. Kyle's really moving last. Anirudh, if you had let me cut my initial roll, I would have gotten max speed. I would have gotten 15. Oh my goodness, this would have been. Yeah.
So the order goes as follows: it is Rotom, Victini, Steelix, Rose, Kyle.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Okie doke. We ready? Rotom, it will start in just a moment as I make sure all my papers are ready. Where are my documents?
So Victini is happy to throw down. Victini's happy to fight. Because Rotom seemed skeptical and a little nervous around. I don't know if it was necessarily Victini or Kyle or just everything in general. How's Rotom feeling right now?
On the scale of you to Rose, closer to Rose, but not quite all the way at Rose. If that makes any sense. Daisy, correct me if I'm wrong. Does Rose avoid battle, or does Rose not seek out battle?
I don't know. I think it's more of just like it's unnecessary. There are other ways to resolve.
Okay.
That sounds like not seeking out as opposed to avoiding.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not quite battle that way. I'm gonna go the other way. Rotom's a little bit. Does pro battle work in this case? A little bit more pro battle than
Rotom's a more willing battle. I meant in this specific situation is Rotom like, all right, there's my blue gem. I'm ready. Or this is all a little overwhelming still, but I'll fight.
I think for the first time since this entire ordeal has happened, there is some semblance of evidence to help Rotom with their issues and in controlling their powers, and it's right there. So Rotom is very focused on that.
Okay.
Solution.
Rotom has just locked in.
Rotom's like the first piece of actual help is on the other side of this thing. I'm getting it.
Sweet. Say less. That's all I needed to know. All right.
Great. Without further ado, let us begin. We've rolled initiative.
Also, Daisy, did you want to pilot either of these two here, or?
Let me see.
I will say this one to
I guess
remind.
so.
Oh, sorry, good.
Yeah, I guess I can take Rotom or something.
Cool. So let us begin. Rotom will be going first. We've rolled initiative. Pre-battle abilities. I don't believe anyone has one that would take effect at this point. Technically speaking, Victini's has taken effect, so everybody gets slightly better accuracy rolls. So in other words, at this point, whatever the accuracy number that is on your sheet right now for the moves, -1 is the first successful number. So rolling...
It's the minimum you need to hit.
Correct. So for example, if you've got an accuracy roll of 6, a 5 is the lowest you can get that'll still work. And so on and so forth. No pre-battle abilities, any pre-battle IQ skills that you guys would like to use. Or pre-battle items, either of those.
Let's see.
Victini, for comedic effect, has rolled the V wheel to see what happens.
Whee!
All right, it's V-wheel time. Let's go.
Can I give an item to Rotom?
You could. To use an item or just to give?
To give, so for Rotom to use on its turn.
Okay. What you give?
Can I give it the mobile orb?
Mobile orb. You can. Would you like to?
You can walk through walls on lava, water, and clouds. That doesn't count. Can Rotom walk through Steelix?
Steelix does not count as a wall.
What? Before I do that, what are the walls like in this room?
How best to it's a mixture of standard cave and like bright shining crystals every now and then. They're scattered around all over the place. Very sharp. I would not recommend throwing yourself at the wall, which is why I'm very glad you did not throw Rotom like a football the other, 10 minutes ago. They're they're very sharp. If you hit them, I will be making. If you hit them for whatever reason, I will be asking you to roll small damage amounts. If Steelix hits them, I won't.
Rude.
Also, Steelix is literally made up. There is a non-zero chance that half of these walls are other Steelixes.
Basically, if Rotom can get through walking through the walls around Steelix, then I want to throw it to it.
But it's a big empty space between us and Steelix, is my impression.
It would be complicated to do,
What about
but you could.
Going
I'm not going to say
down?
no, but I am like raising my eyebrows.
could it be used to go under the ground, or only through a wall?
So the way that this is described is through, as in not up or down. And I'm applying the mystery dungeon definition because otherwise using a mobile orb would be remarkably easy to beat a dungeon of just use it and float yourself up or down to just cruise through the dungeon. So I'm going to keep that and say that you still need to be walking, or the equivalent of walking for you
Okay.
as you go through things. So it's only the one dimension, the 2 dimensions, I guess.
I guess I'll still do it. Why not?
Okay. So Rotom has the mobile orb. Does anyone want to use an IQ skill or an ability?
Me looking at Rotom's moveset, punching the air.
I will say this once right now, and you can take this however you want. This Pokemon is a Crystal Steelix.
Yeah, we touched on it last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That's it. You can take it
Neither
however
do
you
I,
want, or
because I don't know what Anirudh cooked here.
Speaking of IQ skills, items for either of you.
I don't think I'm gonna pop an IQ skill. Just
How does it work?
The items you would just use it. The IQ skills you would roll something depending on the specific skill, and depending on what you end up rolling, if it has a roll associated with it, that skill would activate. You could. This would be very funny. You could roll Dedicated Traveler to end this battle here. Right now. Skip this entire thing. Forget my planning. I will ask you to roll disadvantage, but if you are successful, that does skip the battle, and means this entire episode was maybe a waste of time. But I'm not going to say no to it, because it would be very funny. Or you could use one of the other IQ skills that you may or may not have. The rule with IQ skills is that once an IQ skill is used, nobody else in the party can use that same IQ skill.
Ever?
Well, just for the remainder of the encounter, yeah.
The only one that I would have that's relevant is the cheerleader once per battle, and an ally is attacking. Roll Q.
Right, but that'd be
Yeah.
later.
That's not a now thing though, right?
That's not a now thing.
Okay,
No.
that's what I was asking, I guess.
The only IQ skill that Kyle has that I would think of using now is Stat Checker, but I don't think it's worth popping a Stat Checker right now. Is this situation dire enough that I would need the Energy Seed? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
We ready to go?
Sure.
Let's do this. Rotom starts the battle off. Rotom, your ability doesn't. I mean, it always applies. So any ground type moves you are immune to. So that's great. You can use an IQ skill or item at this particular moment. Rotom and Bikini do not have IQ skills associated with them. The item you have given Rotom the mobile orb, which they could theoretically use right now. If you don't want to use it right now, you can go into moves
Well, how long does it last?
until the end of the encounter or dungeon. The end of the floor technically, which would be this entire dungeon. So through the entire battle, the battle's over until you leave the cave effectively. It is a D8, which means that if you roll a 1 on a D8, it breaks without working. So there is a 12.5% chance that it'll bust.
I mean, I guess I should get my dice. Just in general. But let's go ahead and... Can I also, like, move around?
Around the area, you
Yeah.
can. Think of a wide open space. There's not much here. The exit / entrance is behind you guys. It's not that far behind. It's a one-way ticket down. Effectively, this is open area. Think almost like not quite as big, but think of a soccer stadium. It's got like a dome on top of it, open area, the walls, aka the fans.
I guess I will.
Oh yes, and of course the water gem is behind Steelix right now, kind of lodged into the wall.
I guess I'll use Thunderwave and then dash towards the wall.
All right, makes sense. I love how you throw the D&D terms. Dash. What's a dash?
I can move 2 times my movement speed.
Whoa, if this was real D&D, I would do that. Like have movement, but unfortunately we just make things up. Thunderwave it is though. Go ahead and roll. You with a roll of an 8, you need to beat a 7 on a D20 roll.
No, 7 also counts.
Or 7. Sorry, yes, I'm using old terms. You need to have a 7 or better on a D20 roll.
I got an 18.
And 18, my man Steelix is paralyzed.
Daisy did the thing. Let's go.
No, Rotom.
A rare moment where Daisy and Muhammad are on the same page, I think.
There's supposed to be a book? There's paper?
You sent it.
Well, yeah, I don't have it anymore.
It's your script. You mean you don't remember your own script?
I gave away the book. I had 2 copies and I sent them to you. You expect me to remember that? Come on.
Great. Anyway, it's what am I even saying? Rotom, Thunderwave, paralyzes the Crystal Steelix, who's like gearing up to charge for some sort of attack, and all of a sudden just pauses and blinks like, why am I not moving? Oh, that would make sense why I'm not moving.
Have we established how paralysis works? Is it just there's a 50-50 shot that you don't get to do your thing every turn?
Let me confirm.
And it doesn't affect your speed order, does it?
It does not affect the speed order. You have a 55% chance of being able to do your thing, and you have, if it's 16 plus, then the paralysis disappears.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we need Rotom to stick around to maybe do this again.
Fairly so. Rotom does. I'm gonna use the same thing. Dash towards. I'm assuming the gem itself.
I mean, I would want to go towards, like... I'm still trying to... I'm going to use the orb to go into the wall and then around so Steelix doesn't attack me.
Okay, gotcha. So
like,
towards the wall.
Not directly towards this wall that Steelix is on. But...
Okay, so it's like to the sides.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to rush to the sides. It's move or item. So by using move, you got to wait until the next turn to use the item. But Rotom is hugging a wall. You can pick, from your perspective, left wall, right wall. Is there a difference? Probably not, but...
I guess towards the right?
To the right you go, and Rotom rushes towards the right wall. Victini, you're up.
Alright. Victini. Victini, you know what? We're gonna embrace the chaos. Where's my
Daisy, I just realized something terrible. I gave Muhammad the V-wheel.
We're spinning the wheel! I was really just spinning between 2 things. I got the first thing. Okay. Anirudh, does Victini get to battle much?
In spare time.
In spare time, but like, not super often, I assume.
Not often enough. Not as much as they'd like to. They're too busy playing, not babysitter. Checklist. Come on.
Yeah.
They're
I mean, to be fair, Victini does enjoy that role, but every now and then, like,
it's fun. It's just at weird hours.
Yeah. Okay. Would you say Victini is relishing this opportunity to, fight a Pokemon, especially one that appears to be kind of strong and a little bit of a challenge?
I would say so.
As opposed to the Sudowoodo it absolutely obliterated last time.
Yeah. No, that was whatever.
That was
as a little critter, is a goon, not a boss, But yeah, I think Victini is a bit excited, and you see Victini, like the V on its head start glowing pink, and it just charges right in for a Zen Headbutt.
From a Zen Headbutt. I'm interested that you went for a Zen Headbutt. Right, cool beans.
Listen. It's not desperate times. That other time was showing off, and Victini's like, all right, you know what? This is a real battle. Let me start setting things up. You know,
He's like, let me show these mere mortals a fraction of my power.
listen, you don't throw the hook right away. You set it up with a jab. All right?
Fair.
Little jab, nice little hook, right? So, Zen headbutt, if I can find my die, because it fell on the ground. Alright. I rolled a 6, which is not enough, unfortunately.
One off, but Victini's like, let me show you what I can do. Ha! Zoom, right past the Steelix. I think did not expect the paralysis to take effect, and so while Steelix was moving, it just pauses, and Victini just flies in front of the Steelix. Like, this was not timing! Off the mark there, Victini. Guess who goes next? Ya boy, ya homie, ya MVP. That'd be me. What's up? How you doing? Crystal Steelix. Oh, I'm enjoying this one. Cracking my knuckles and everything. Alright, let's get it going. First off, I need my dice. Second off, I need to figure out what I'm doing. Third off, I need to potentially destroy somebody. Aha! Grab the die. That's kind of important. What do I do? Do I play properly or do I show off? Oh, I didn't jot that down.
The Crystal Steelix used Terra Blast.
Yeah, imagine this is how I introduce terrestrialization. It's like, hey guys, guess what? Boom.
The Crystal Steelix is really just the 19th Terra type. None of us know what it actually is yet, but the Steelix is it.
Did you know, fun fact, we've never had weather introduced in the middle of a battle.
What is he cooking?
Silly you, it can't rain down here.
Ha ha ha. But what
Mega
it can...
Steelix uses Rain Dance.
Mega Steelix, fun fact, Mega Steelix actually has a Swift Swim as their ability. Totally true, I'm not lying right now. Anyway, on a completely unrelated note, I'm gonna go for Sandstorm.
Why are you doing this, Anirudh? I looked at Steelix's ability, Mega Steelix's ability, and I was like, that's not gonna be relevant. Except now it is.
Well, not true. This Mega Steelix, Crystal Mega Steelix, does not have Sand Force or whatever. That's not its ability.
Oh, did you give it Sand Rush?
No, I didn't give it any of that. And with that, I
Did you give it Forecast?
I get what's Rayquaza's ability that cuts out all weather? It goes for Sandstorm, immediately cuts it out.
Airlock.
I'm like, Sandstorm, psych, I'm gonna skip my turn. Anyway, Sandstorm activates, it's no roll for that. Boom, Sandstorm has activated at the end of every round. Fun fact is I have to meet these rules now. For some reason I didn't have this introduced. At the end of every round, you all will take D8 damage.
D8?
It's D8.
What do you mean D8? Should be
D8.
D4.
It is not
What are you
D4.
doing? What are you doing? Why is it so much?
Steelix big.
Because Steelix big.
No, but this is weather damage. This isn't Steelix damage.
It's Sandstorm damage.
Steelix makes big sand.
Alright, I'll compromise.
Sandstorm chip is 116.
No, I agree with you, I agree. Alright, we'll go D6, that's the lowest I'm going.
Okay, sure. I'll take D6.
Because D6 matches up, because it's on par with like Leech Life and other things like that. That's D6 in the system, so...
Well, like, like Leech Seed chip is pretty much the same.
I agree.
Hail chip is pretty much the same. Yeah.
I have Nightmare damage as D8, so yeah, that feels accurate for...
Yeah, no, D8 is like big bad. Yeah. Weather should be D6 or D4.
We've argued over 2 pips on the die here. Anyway, Sandstorm's activated, assisting, etc. And that's a Sandstorm. We now move to Rose. How you doing, Rose? What's up?
Hi.
This is the beginning of either the most straightforward plan or the most terrifying plan.
What is Daisy cooking?
I reveal that I'm a Ditto, and I turn into steel.
Imagine. Bro.
I think I don't know. I look at Kyle and I say, "Are you ready?" And then I do helping hand.
Remind me what helping hand is.
Let's see. If next to ally damage base +2 on their next turn.
Cool. Okay. And what's your ability?
Healer. If ally has status condition, roll d10.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Helping hand. There's no roll for that, right? There's no accuracy roll.
No.
Kyle, you got a boost. What you gonna do with that
Cool.
boost?
All right.
What does it look like though? What does Kyle doing that a boost you?
Well, if you're the one giving the helping hand, so how do you boost Kyle's power?
I mean, it
slash
depends on what Kyle's about to do.
Fair point. We jump to Kyle.
Yeah. Anirudh, you've made a big stink about being a crystal steelix.
I have.
Is it still a steelix at heart, or is it a crystal steelix?
All I know is that character name on the sheet, the thing I wrote down was Crystal Steel.
Yeah, but there's other things on the sheet beyond just, name.
That is true.
There are things about the nature of this steelix.
Actually, nature's not on it.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's actually a hardy nature Steelix here.
I guess, because I don't want to waste this helping hand boost. So I think, yeah, I think Kyle's just gonna go for, okay, what's my accuracy roll here? You know what? Now is as good a time as any. Kyle learned Energy Ball recently. We're gonna give it a shot.
Okie doke.
And by recently, I mean Kyle learned Energy Ball eons ago and hasn't gotten to try it.
Alright, cool beans. This is the place to try it out.
Yeah.
Energy Ball, remind me. Or what's the roll accuracy first?
Yeah. Still learning it, so rolling accuracy with disadvantage. But also, it's a 100 accurate move, so the accuracy roll is usually 6, now 5. I have a 6 and a 10, so I hit.
Yay!
Woo! All right.
What's a normal? What's the view?
Its normal base power is 9, so we're up to 11 base power.
That is 3d10 plus 10.
3d10 plus. Oh my god. I'm just gonna find 1d10 and roll it 3 times. I was not ready for this. All right.
Look at this power you gave him, Daisy.
3d10. That is 2, 10, and 1. So 10,
That's
2,
20.
1. No, 10, 2, 1 is 13. Plus 10 is 23. Plus special attack, 22 plus 23 is 45. And is stab applied at the beginning, or is a stab applied now, or stab applied after everything?
Remind me what stab is, because I've already forgotten what that is in my system.
Well, because on your damage calculator, you say stab if so 1.5x, otherwise 1x, and then you say tell the GM this number. But does that mean
That would apply
stab?
now, then.
So stab is applied to the offensive thing and not to the net thing.
Correct.
Okay. So what did we say? 45. 45 times 1.5 is 45 plus 22. 45 plus 22 is 67.
67.
That's some good damage.
My special defense is that.
Tell me the Steelix is hurt. Tell me it's hurting good.
Okay. This applies now. It will apply at some point, so I might as well ask now. Do you want me to tell you about resistances, weaknesses, strengths, etc.?
Considering... Okay, I will say this. In this case, because you are using a non-traditional type, I would like to say going forward, you tell us things as we discover them.
Okay.
As in, when we use a move, you tell us whether it was, what level of resistance or effectiveness it was.
Okie doke.
Because, for most Pokemon, we'll just know it. But
yeah, you know the real types.
yeah,
And you can build your own little type chart about what this is. None of this is set in stone. Maybe this goes from generation to 2 to generation 3 or 3 to 4. I turn field type and debuff it and all that. For now, it exists. Unsurprisingly, hey, shocker, I actually did work in advance. The crystal type is a thing.
and we're never gonna see it again.
Well,
Because Anirudh's gonna hate what we do to it.
potentially, who knows? Anyway, this move is considered not very effective and deals some damage. It's sizable damage, but
not very effective as in single resist or double resist.
as in single resist. And please note once again, that is for the Crystal Steelix.
Well, yeah.
Who is that for again?
It is for clears throat very carefully. I should be actually even more specific. You're right. Thank you. I apologize. This is for the Mega Crystal Steelix.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for the other crystal.
Yeah, you can see the regular Crystal Steelix actually straight normal type.
Alright, the Crystal Mega Steelix single resist grass. I will be writing this down as we go.
Correct.
Now, normal Steelix is neutral to grass. So we already see the crystal type taking 7.
Okie doke. That is Kyle. Great job there. We jump to Rotom. Rotom is leaning on a wall like there's some bad boy in a 1990s school film.
Yeah.
Which, totally fits the vibe that Daisy gives off on a regular basis.
Hey, Steelix, come here off.
I legitimately fell out of my chair.
I can hear. Rotom's
Alright.
gonna go ahead and pop that orb and fade into the wall.
Well, let's find out if it works. Roll a d8. If it's a 1, it doesn't work.
What if it's an 8? Does that mean I win?
It means it works really, really well.
Okay, I got an 8.
Boom! The orb smashes. Everyone looks in that distance, looks in that direction real quick, but sees crystal fragments on the floor. Whether that's from the crystals on the wall or something else, who knows? As Rotom has done like a ghost and vanished. Literally inside the wall. I think you're like a foot in the wall. You can probably see through it. Still see the metal. Be like, whoa, this is what being in the wall looks like.
I would like to navigate my way around towards the gem
You can
through
do
the wall.
You're going that direction. You won't get all the way there in a round. You
That's
get
fine.
halfway there. If we're applying D&D terms here, this is your movement. You still have another action of you want to do something from the walls.
Well, I thought the
Well,
item was the action.
I can't.
Oh, sorry, the item. I
can't
followed. Yeah,
attack
you're right.
because I did the item. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I don't even have my own system. Item, dash, enter. Rotom has literally vanished. Victini, that person that you're
Phantom
supposed to be checking-
Force.
Rotom uses Phantom Force. And I think
I
that's
mean-
a lot going through Victini's mind right
This is knockoff Phantom Force.
now.
This is
Yeah,
this is
this is the
much-
Walmart version of Phantom Force. Victini, go do something.
All right. V-Wheel. Well, the V-Wheel has spoken. Yeah, okay. Victini was, kind of excited to get into this battle and, went in and immediately missed his first move. And I think Victini immediately goes, all right, you know what? No more Mr. Nice Guy. And we're using the big boy move.
That's V-Create, which for the audience at home is a base 18 power move.
Yeah. The drawback is supposed to be low accuracy, but I mean, Anirudh has buffed us in that regard now, so it's also more accurate than Sun Headbutt. So
Oh, I should point out, this isn't important right now. I'll just kind of remind you. PowerPoints is a thing. Don't spam moves. I'll tell you when it's a big deal, but now it's not.
yeah. All right. Well, I rolled a 10, so that hits.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm suspecting your Crystal Onyx is going to resist this, but if it doesn't, which actually, now that I think about it, it probably doesn't. And also, you're a Steel type at heart. Where's my D12?
It's dawned on me, in battles like this, reintroducing the concept of stab, probably not my brightest idea.
No, not at all. I need to roll this D12 6 times. Everyone catalog
That's
at
a lot of
home.
times.
10,
I got a calculator up for you.
5, 2, 5, 2, 8. That's a clean 30.
That's 32.
32?
Yeah. 5, 5, 2, 2, 8, 10.
Oh, that is 32. Yeah. Huh.
Well, I also have a calculator up, so I'm pretty sure that's right.
No, yeah. I was at 22, but I guess we were at 24. Okay. I lost a 2 somewhere. That's what it was. All right.
It's
32. 32 plus it is a physical attack, if I'm not mistaken. It is.
Oh, hold up. Wait. You forgot the. It's a 6d12 plus 25. So it adds
plus
25.
25. Right. So 32 plus 25 is 57. 57 plus 24 attack stat, which is honestly kind of disappointing. So what did we say? 57 plus? Yeah.
We are now at 81.
57 plus 24, that is 81. And it is stab, so that's 121.
Yay!
It's okay, Mega Steelix is fat. It has high defenses.
121. Yay. Minus the defense.
And is there any type interaction here, perchance?
Let me confirm this. You ready for the game to be broken right here?
Because it's a steel ground type, so Steelix is normally weak to fire, right? Because ground doesn't resist fire.
You ready for this one? This might break the game wide open here. This move is considered, based on how I've classified it, quad effective.
Ooh, fantastic! Okay, so you just made it look triple.
No, it's still 2 ticks.
So you drop
Hey,
the
Victini, need a hand?
So you drop the ground typing? Why?
I did not choose this steel exposed.
You dropped, so you made it a crystal steel type. I have figured this out from 2 moves.
Yeah, well, now you gotta figure out what the crystal type actually means, but...
Well, yeah, which is why I wanted to use Zen Headbutt the first time, but... I guess if you're not gonna let me use Zen Headbutt, I guess we'll just melt this Steelix into the floor. You're the one who decided to... You're also, Anirudh, for the record, I've rolled that D4 twice to decide a move. It came up 1 the first time too, but I overruled it because I was like, no, not V-Create yet. I overruled the V-Wheel once and it came back and said, no, Chaos.
Nah. Okay, so this is a boss battle, like a proper boss battle. So as a result, this guy is souped up in the health department, kind of like in the Mystery Dungeon games where the actual bosses had like 1,500 health. This guy does not have 1,500 health, but they're souped up in that part. With that said, this hit by itself would have knocked out regular version of this. If this was not a boss battle, that would have been a one-shot.
Instead,
Wow, I'm sure glad we packed our god.
Instead, Steelix is just writhing around the ground in pain. Is it in the yellow? Is it in the red? What are we talking here?
Do the math here. It is... So, technically speaking, it is in the green.
Technically.
So, make of that what you will. Technically speaking, it is in the green.
What I'm hearing is between a Helping Hand Energy Ball and a V-Create, we have taken exactly 50% of its health. Is what I'm hearing.
I don't know, man. I also forgot to have you guys roll your sandstorm damage, so go ahead and do that.
Oh, right.
Rotom was not in the walls at the time, so Rotom does need to take damage.
Sand chip, my least favorite part of these games.
It's D6, you just let me know, unless you want to keep track of it, though.
I mean, I'm gonna keep track on my sheet anyways,
Okay,
but
alright, cool.
I'll let you know what the sand chip is. I'll let you have your moment of satisfaction as I roll a 6, which is honestly deserved.
6 on who?
Kyle.
Okay. Gotta roll
And
one.
I have to roll for Victini too. Victini got 5.
Okay. Rose and Rotom.
Rose got 5, Rotom got 2.
Cool. Each of them takes their hits. Rotom melts into the wall. Victini goes Kamehameha on the Felix.
Yeah, the V on its head, which was, previously, Psychic Pink, as it missed, it kind of turns around, dazed, shakes it off, and then you just see flames. All you see is flames, and then the flames settle, and Steelix, like, you know, I'm assuming Steelix looks a little like, oh my god, what just hit me? And Victini's just standing right back where it started the battle. And like, yeah, and...
Oh, I will point this out, because this is important. Because of the side effect of V-Create, your defense, special defense, and speed have all dropped by 2.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. That would mean that on the next round, it would go Rotom. This round it doesn't apply. Dini does not get a second turn. But next round it would go Rotom, Steelix, Victini outspeeds Rose in terms of their tiebreaker. So it's a Steelix and Victini switch spots in the next round.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Victini is gone.
Hey,
Speaking
the
of,
wheel
now,
spoke. What was I supposed to do? Tell it no?
that has never gone well in the past. I'll tell you that much. The wheel itself, I think, has more power than Victini. And with that said, it's now Steelix's turn. Steelix's turn. Steelix's. They're going.
It's Steelix's turn.
It is Steelix's turn.
It's crystal time.
It's crystalline time. So, Steelix, what do you want to do? Well, seeing as Rotom has melted, I think Crystal Steelix has ignored them at this point. So now it's between these 3 folks. Who do I want to hit really hard? Well, seeing as one of these folks blasted me into oblivion, I'm going for Victini, baby. Let's get her done. See, the smart thing to do would be to go for that move, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna go for Stone Edge.
Fissure.
Bye-bye.
Fissure would be very accurate considering the cave that we're in right now. But Stone Edge we go. I need to 50-50 shot here, right? No, yes, wait. Now 55% shot. I got a match 10.
Listen, there are no accurate rock moves. Still, the Stone Edge do be inaccurate. This man rolled a 9.
Gods of Olympus. Guess who
This
rolled
man-
exactly
this
what you
man-
just said?
This man rolled. What did I say? What did I say? I said you
I
rolled
thought-
a 9.
Look, it's been an arc since I've done a proper boss battle. I thought waiting a year in real life time and going on hiatus a couple times and just ignoring the show existence, bringing a new player character, I thought something would change. Nope. It's the same old stuff. Stone Edge go Burr, and by Burr I mean it missed so badly everyone's freezing cold take.
I told you there are no accurate rock moves. There are none.
I couldn't have done anything. But no, I wanted to be all like, oh, let's get rid of Victini. Now Victini's about to go like Hyper Beam Flame Burn.
What? No.
Rose, Rose is just sitting back eating popcorn. I feel like you're just like,
I mean,
Rose has contributed to 1 Kamehameha, given 1 Pokemon an orb, and has just sat in the back eating Pokeballs.
I think
eating Pokeballs?
I said Pokeballs.
Oh.
I think Rose is. I think Rose has literally used some of the flames that have heated up this room to start baking more Pokeballs. It's just a mini. Like, it's like one of those. What is it? Like the little Debbie's ovens that I guess Rose just found in her apron and she's using it.
It's easy bake oven.
Yeah, it's an easy bake.
We have established that Rose's apron does contain multitudes of easy bake ovens.
Rose is like, guys, I got the meal after we're done. Let's
Don't even need the incandescent bulb.
forget the bulb. Just Victini, can you just shoot the flames as hard as you can? It'll probably heat the oven up.
Well, I mean, there's 2 different ways to look at this then. Either Rose did something other than give Kyle a Pokepuff for Helping Hand, or Helping Hand is making Pokepuffs.
Helping Hand is just the hamburger helper, except for Pokepuffs.
It's a piping bag.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Either that, or Rose just sat there clapping, and that helped Kyle.
It was just a one person audience.
I mean, that really is what the Helping Hand animation is. You just turn to your ally Pokemon and just go.
I mean, I have a feeling. What do you think, Mohammed? Though, like, what actually happened with that Helping Hand? Because we never really like depicted it. Because you did an energy ball. Is that like?
Yeah. So
Do you think I was like sharing energy with you some way, or was I putting you in position?
I think as Kyle was like charging up the energy ball, because I feel like the only way a Trico could conjure up an energy ball, because it's pretty large, is like in Kamehameha style. Rose just kind of turned, stuck her arms out, and just the energy ball grew a little bit bigger before Kyle let it go.
It's like a spirit bomb, basically. Just like,
Yeah.
give me your energy, and then Rose just claps really hard, and apparently that's how it works.
And it just grows. Then I look over at Victini and say, "Need a hand?"
Oh no. Oh no, I done screwed up. I shouldn't have given you Victini. I should have given you like a Piplup.
I mean,
Don't say that. Fans will go wild.
I think in response to the question, Victini spins the V wheel, except everything on the V wheel just says yes. It's like, let's see what the wheel says. Yeah, yeah, I don't mind.
I think this looks like then Rose is just gonna be channeling some. Rose probably tosses a Pokepuff to Victini and then assumes a V pose.
It's a
Posing
Z
now?
move.
Oh, bro.
We
It's
have,
not
we
a
have
V.
we have brought in a Z move. ZV create.
Oh my gosh, this is busted.
Z create.
Z create, yeah, wow. Alright, well, Victini, on your next turn, whenever that turns out to be, you're about to a base 20 move. We're in explosion territory now, and you're just gonna have this barely negative effect on Kyle. I don't know what you're doing. Rose is out here literally baking up the after party meal.
Yeah, I think now knowing that his grass moves aren't gonna do much, and having only taken a little bit of chips so far, you know what? This is the episode where we just make Anirudh mad.
Don't worry,
Kyle, I think at this point is just gonna kind of clear his throat a little bit, you know, and then just open his jaw like as big as it'll go, and you just see this energy, this hyper energy, just like forming. As he charges up a hyper beam.
Why did I do this? All right, go ahead and roll your hyper beam. Yeah,
Listen. For what it's worth, I'm probably not gonna hit this. I need both of these die to clear a 6. So there's a good to fair chance that I don't land this. Unless I roll a 14 and a 9, in which case I hit. Now,
yeah, sure, why not? Whatever floats your
I probably wasted this hyper beam because I probably should be trying to take KOs with it instead of just letting it fly willy-nilly. But hey, 4d10 plus 20 is fun.
That's cool. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. That's so fun.
If I helping handed the hyper beam, am I just holding Kyle like a laser and pulling him
It's just like-
It is.
All right, let's go.
You guys know the one scene of Skipper and Rico launching the candy. You know the one.
Like the penguins in Madagascar. How does that show up?
It's just. All right, I've got a 7.
If that was, as Muhammad does the math, as I did, if that really happened, I think I, as Anirudh, would appear in the universe, turn to Rose, and just exclaim, "What happened to non-violence?" As you're out here with a machine gun of Kyle.
All right. Well, I rolled 7, 1, 9, and 7, so that's 24 plus 20 is 44. Plus 22 special attack is what did I say? 44? Yeah, 40. Yeah. 7, 9, 1, 7. That's 14. Plus another 20 is 34. There it is. That's my mistake. My math.
44. 7, 9, 1, 7. 20. All that together is 44.
Sorry. 20. Sorry. 24, 44. 22 special attack makes it 66. This is not stab, so it stays at 66 minus Spidef, and I assume it's resistant. Unless...
this is normal, right?
This is a normal type move. Did you make the crystal type weak to normal?
A normal type move is considered barely effective, aka quad resistant.
Oh, double resistant. Okay. Okay, good to know.
Which deals some damage. I mean, in this system, it still does some damage.
I assume it's, not much.
I mean, it's 80%, so it's still could do something.
That's true. Kyle hasn't done nothing.
Yeah. It's just been Victini's completely obliterated. I think half the living organisms in this game.
Victini would have OHKO'd a non-boss Crystal Steelix, and Kyle with these two moves would have gotten like a solid 50% of one. I feel like.
Yeah, if Victini wasn't here and Rose helping handed you twice, I think that would be enough to get close, if not all the way.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Somewhere
This is some good damage output considering I'm level 30 and unevolved.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kyle has gone. That is the end of the round. Everybody take your chip damage so I feel accomplished in some way.
Except for Rotom, because Rotom's in the wall.
Except for Rotom does not take it. They are not buffed by the sandstorm as they are currently one with the rock.
Alright, Kyle and Victini both rolled 5s. I have rolled 3 straight 5s on my d6.
I got a 4.
Liz takes the 4, and that is the end of. I need to
Round 3!
Round 3 begins. Rotom, you're in the walls. You're about halfway there. You can get to the gem this turn.
Yes. Can I then pull it out of the wall, or is that another turn?
If you get to the gem, what? How this is going? You can get to the gem and then quote unquote use your move to.
Rotom pops out of the wall, and it's a washing machine.
Yeah, wait, can I pull this?
Hydro
Can I,
pump.
can I pull the gem into the wall?
So Rotom is going to, and I'll give you the stats for this. Rotom is going to go rush over to the gem. If you do this, your dash action rush to the gem, you would need to roll a strength roll to push or pull this gem and dislodge it. To let you know, Rotom, strength-wise, is
Big tough guy. I've heard Rotom's a big tough ghost.
Rotom is straight up no bonuses, so
Dude,
you'd roll a straight strength roll to see if you get this out of the way.
Oh, it's a D20?
It'd be a D20. Standard strength roll rules apply if you want to do this.
Alright. Buff it, buff it, buff it, buff it. Wow. 15.
That is enough to cleanly. Are you pushing or pulling?
I mean, I like the image of it, Rotom in the wall, coming from behind it and just popping it into the wall. So I'm gonna pull it.
So you pull it towards yourself as Rotom,
Yeah.
and you just
Yep.
pops right out of the wall. It's barely noticeable. Actually, everybody else. So Rose, Kyle, roll for me a
Perception?
Perception, I guess.
do we notice the gem just disappear into the wall? I passed a perception check for once.
That's
17 minus 1.
I got a 20. Plus
Of
2,
course you
so
did.
22.
Of course you did. Both of you notice this really well. How the heck am I going to do a full card? Kyle.
Rose looks through the wall.
Can Kyle
Oh.
because Kyle sees the
Alright,
gem
finish.
go into the wall. Can
Kyle,
Kyle piece together what happened here?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for a full success. Gem has disappeared. Kyle, you're smart enough to realize Rotom disappeared, Gem disappeared. I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together. Rotom has got the gem.
Rose has a brief moment of clarity where she realizes that whoever's controlling her also is controlling Rotom and sees things from Rotom's point of view for a few moments.
Honestly, do you really want that to be the case? I was gonna do something else, but if you want that to be the case, I can make that happen.
I mean, we can write it off as aura powers.
You know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. If you want to write, go for that. Go for that. You know what? Forget it. Let's do them both. Let's roll a 20 freaking 2.
You were also. I'm guessing you were also gonna give Rose X-ray vision into the wall.
No. I'm giving.
Oh, it was gonna be
something
better
different.
than that. Nice.
It's gonna be. Well, no, it's gonna be something completely unrelated that may or may not explain why this crystal steelix even exists.
Oh.
Yeah, that. So, first off, you get what Kyle gets. Rotom gone, Gem gone. Rotom and Gem together equals successful mission. We can adios if you want. In fact, because this is going so terribly for me,
Anirudh just said, I quit. Anirudh's raising the white flag. He said, no, you guys rolled too well. I'm out.
said adios.
He rolled that 9 and it was the beginning of the end.
I went for
I
Stone
said
Edge.
this man rolled a 9 and I did not realize how destructive that one statement would be.
It broke me.
I
I'm gonna be
crushed
honest.
this man's
I think
soul.
this man, I gave my die one shot. I wouldn't have mind if it missed badly, because at least a miss bad is a miss bad. But the die said, you know what? I'm gonna give you hope, and then say no, and rolled a 9. The worst part is this die. It lets you know what a 9 is because it has a dot next to it to confirm that's the 9 side versus the 6 side.
Yeah.
So the dot is like an eye just staring at me like, really, brother?
But
Really?
Anirudh, had you rolled a 4, and if I had said this man, I said, yeah, there are no accurate rock moves. This man rolled a 4, and it said 4. Would it have been as destructive? It would have been almost as destructive.
It would have been
right?
almost as. It wouldn't have been as
Okay.
bad because it's not right there. You
Okay.
guessing it would have is most of it. All right. Anyway, I will give you. I won't immediately give you the chance to run away. Not even that. I will give you the chance to escape the fight with everybody. Not yet though. Crystal Steelix.
Victini's got to do its thing.
Yeah, on it. Look, there's free at this point. The way this battle is going, there's a free like 200 experience probably that's just sitting here. Victini gets one more burr in, so you don't have to run if you don't want to. But as we look into Crystal Steelix itself, I think for the first time since the battle has begun, maybe because you're just chilling in the background making Pokepuffs and eating popcorn, you're staring at this Crystal Steelix a little bit more in depth. And I think maybe purposely, maybe accidentally, maybe you're just in a zone with your cooking and all of a sudden that just taps into your aura powers.
I was in V pose.
You were in V pose, and that was the secret pose to be able to fully concentrate your mind. As you look at the Crystal Steelix, you can read into it. And what you're reading is different. Because every other Pokemon that you've ever tapped into, purposely or accidentally, their minds are consistent. Or at least it's the same sort of thoughts going through their head, even if they're changing their minds. It's like it's one wavelength. This isn't that. It feels like the wavelength is like corrupted. It's scattering all around. Thoughts are appearing and disappearing everywhere. It's as if Steelix isn't thinking about what it's doing. It's just doing. Which is very different from any other wild Pokemon that you've seen, any other regular Pokemon that you've seen in a dungeon, in reality. I'm forcing this a little bit, but I think maybe you would do this. Even just on a casual glance of Rotom, for example, despite the various different versions of Rotom, it's still consistent. They aren't. It's not a corruption of any sense, right? It'll literally switch who's talking when Rotom switches forms. This isn't that. This is as if it's saying one word in French, and then out of nowhere, "Elam perdi tambari pesara." On the background, je ne parle pas français. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's just switching.
Okay.
You make of that what you will, but you get that from the Crystal Steelix. As Rotom has done their action, Rotom has the Water Gem in their possession. I think Rotom has a bag, so Rotom can put it in the bag. Rotom now officially unlocks the ability at any point in time to switch over into Water Gem mode and interact with the world, as opposed to Wash just kind of speaking out from Rotom's mouth. Now, Rotom can actually switch.
Can Rotom do that?
On your next turn. It won't take any actions, it's just, this is the end of your turn for Rotom. A lot of strength to pull this out, because other people are doing the same things, right? Because rounds are
Right.
effectively everybody acting at the same time. So, Rotom now has the Water Gem. You guys figure this out. I think Victini probably... Victini finds that out as well. Of course, now I rolled a good roll. Victini knows this as well.
Yeah.
Manaphy probably knows it, because, Lord knows Manaphy probably rolled in that 20 as well. And one small piece of hope I have right now is that it is now Steelix's turn.
Anirudh, I'm gonna ask something, and if the answer is not what I'm expecting, I might just ruin your day. That last turn, did you roll paralysis?
I did, yes. I
Okay,
rolled.
okay.
I rolled and got that one well.
Okay. So you actually moved through paralysis, didn't lose the paralysis. Okay.
That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because at least if it was paralyzed, that's something you guys did to me.
And if you had cured the
was-
paralysis, it would have been, hey, there was something that got it out of the turn. It wasn't all bad.
Yeah, something would have happened. It's the worst case scenario of I move, but I miss.
And you're still
So,
paralyzed.
and I'm still paralyzed. So, let's try this again, Dizzy. This is the beginning of my villain arc, I'm telling you that.
Isn't that this whole show?
That's a fair point. I rolled a 17. My paralysis is healed. Yay. Thank the Lord something good happened. Watch it backfire on me immediately. I'm going to go because I just want to show it off. I don't know whether or not it actually does anything. Does it do anything? No, it's not smart to do this because none of you guys are. Look, mathematically speaking, the only person this would be good on is someone. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I try not to spoil all the fun here.
No earthquake?
No, it's not Earthquake, unfortunately. I'm gonna go for a new move. A move I made up. A move that sounds vaguely like a Let's Go Pikachu Eevee move. I'm gonna go for a move called Crystal Crash. Who am I attacking? Victini, because I'm, forget Victini. Time to roll this. I need to match a 7.
Guys, I don't think Anirudh got a 7.
Whatever could make you think that?
All right, listen. For everyone listening, wherever you're listening to this, whichever version of this you're listening to, you did not hear the 5 seconds of silence between that dice roll and Daisy and I beginning to lose it. Hey folks, Mohammed here with a quick interruption before we continue the episode. Y'all know the drill by now. Make sure you're following or subscribed to the show on whatever platform you're listening to us on now, and share us with your nearest Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fan, Crocodile, or Jar of Nutella. As always, you can connect with us by leaving a review, visiting our website at www.notascratchcast.com, or joining our Discord, where we're collecting your questions to feature in our end of our Q&A. Many thanks to Tabletop Audio for their song Starforged Fray, and Glitch City for her songs Kirby's Dream Land, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Aegis Cave Remix, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Dialga and Palkia Origin Form Battle Theme Remix, Pokemon Reborn Champion Battle Theme, and Pokemon Gym Leader Victory Theme Remix. Shout out to our patrons, Ginny, Ursa93, Eli, Pure Glaceon, Damon Liger, Simone Peloaquin, Fennec, Evelyn C., Robert O., Arming Sword and Buckler, Blue Arrowware, and Dark Ride Drive. We greatly appreciate their support, and if you want to gain access to some of the exclusive content they enjoy and are in a financial situation to do so, consider joining our Patreon today. You can find the links to everything I've mentioned here in the episode description. Thank you as always for tuning in to our goofy little show, and now, back to the chaos. You're just gonna have to trust me that Anirudh has not said a single word for the past 75 seconds as he contemplates all of his life decisions leading to this point. Oh, I think he's back. He left the room! I think, guys, I don't think that D20 is in one piece anymore. I think that D20 is in multiple pieces. Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun ride. I've enjoyed the roughly, I think technically speaking, we started, the system itself was being produced around this time in 2020, so a 3-year run full of episodes and grand enjoyments. I've enjoyed my time with Mohammed and Daisy now, and Mohammed and Mansoor in the past, and everyone that's been a guest and helped out with the system, contributed to our Patreon and all of that fun stuff. I've enjoyed the journey. I've had a great career. Lots of nominations for Pro Bowls and All Pros, our close Super Bowl run. I've greatly appreciated all of that time. Due to circumstances out of my control, I have to say, effective immediately, I am retiring from the TTRPG industry. I will be retiring. I'll be signing a 1-day contract with the network, and then after that, we'll be officially retiring, effective immediately. As to the nature of Not a Stretch, I will leave that up to the remaining owners of the show. I as of now expect to be selling my equity in the show, and have determined that this is the best decision for my financial well-being, my physical well-being, my mental well-being, and I appreciate the efforts that you go in here. Unfortunately, I will not be taking questions. And thank you for your time.
Why did you roll?
Ooh, can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
He rolled a nat 1.
No, it's even worse than
Okay.
that. It's even worse than that. I needed to match a 7.
You rolled a 6?
I rolled a freaking 6. I needed a 10. I got a 9. I needed a 7. I got a 6. I needed a life. I'm me. It's terrible. The only hope I have, the only small glimmer of hope I have is that my terrible luck in this TTRPG world means I'm going to be acing my finals and the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. Because outside of that, this is garbage.
Anirudh. I can promise you, when you next pick up a Pokemon game, you will get nothing but crits for the next 30 minutes of play. But
The die.
not
the
this
die
one.
haunts-
Not this one.
The die haunts me too, because the 6 and the 9 are the only ones with the dot to signify that it's a 6 or a 9, which stares at you like, bro, did you really think I was going to give you something now?
That D20 is gonna get very quickly worked out at the rotation here. I can feel it.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I think you've been cursed by a witch.
I'm going to be honest.
Miss Magus has just popped by his house, just like hee hee hee.
I don't know what I want to do here.
I mean, if you want, we can switch roles and I can be the GM. You can play Rose.
I don't know. I'm going through it right now. This is. Leave it to me to be the one to say, you know what? Forget yourself. Come on. All right. Well, I don't even remember what I was trying to do. Oh yeah, Crystal Crat. I was trying to show off this brand new thing I made today. I'm like, ooh, look at this new.
You can still show off the move. You can still show it off. Describe how it happens.
I don't know. Yeah, Steelix
Crystals
decides to
did crash.
Steelix decides to go point at a wall that nobody's in and crash into that. All right, go ahead. Victini, it's your move.
Or goes for Victini, but Rose behind Victini just picks him up and moves him to the side.
I don't know. Figure it out. It's something happens. I don't know. Victini, it's your move. I just do whatever. I don't know.
Am I rolling the V wheel? Am I spinning the V wheel?
Spin the V wheel.
Anirudh,
Roll a
no,
gambling.
Anirudh. Do you want me to spin the V wheel, or is Victini feeling the throes of power here?
Do what you. What do you do? Wait, I don't know.
You
I'm
have the
asking you
helping hand
because
of a V-pose.
it's an NPC. All right. Also, yeah, Rose is sending a very clear signal here.
Yeah, the helping hand and all that sort of stuff.
Anirudh,
Also, it's
Anirudh,
been 2
I was-
hours of recording. End my misery, please.
Anirudh, I was giving you an out, but I'm rolling accuracy.
Victini uses headbutt.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 4.
What do you do? I got to survive another. Look. All right, Victini.
Do you want to override? Do you want to say I roll with advantage because of the helping
No,
hand?
I'm not. I can't do that. I
I wasted a perfectly good roll.
It didn't work because I had to move Victini out of the way.
Of course. Victini was about to turn on the flames, realized Rose was still holding him and said, maybe let me not turn on the flames yet.
Rose.
So,
Anything. I don't know.
my helping hand didn't necessarily work, so...
Are we about to learn that the Crystal Steelix is like all of a sudden super weak to whatever move Rose is cooking here?
Rose is like, I go for Aura Sphere out of nowhere. It's like, what?
Well, my options are Zen Headbutt or Dazzling Gleam if I want to actually
You don't have to.
Uh,
I mean, the option of you still cooking up a storm, literally and figuratively, is still on the table.
I just sit
If it,
down.
if,
Oh,
if, it,
wait.
if it influences your decision at all here, Daisy, steel does resist both of those. So unless the crystal type is weak to one of them, it's not like you're doing a crazy amount of. It's not like you're really changing. Honestly, I feel like Rose's damage output is higher with Helping Hand in this scenario than with her own moves. Like, I think the Helping Hand
what
damage
happened
is
just
genuinely higher.
narratively, though.
Well, of course.
All right, I'm gonna go for another Helping Hand, but because I had just tackled Victini out of the way, causing that move to stop, I'll say, okay, don't worry, I got you this time. And then I'm gonna hammer throw Victini at Steelix.
No matter what happens, this is gonna be hilarious. You go for that, Kyle. Society has just occurred. Tell me what you gotta do. While you do that, I'm picking a different die. Who wants to actually help?
Yeah. Kyle needs a little bit of healing now that the sandstorm continues to rage on. So,
Oh, yeah,
especially since that hyper beam really didn't do much. Yeah.
Well, I
think
guess I could heal you instead.
Nah, it's fine. I have a move for this. Kyle's just gonna go for a Giga Drain instead.
If it makes you feel any better, or if it makes me feel better, I accidentally dropped one of my die. It happened to be that die, and it rolled onto the table. So I think the die is even embarrassing.
All right, I've rolled an 11. I needed to match a 5, so I think I land my Giga Drain here.
Yay! Go ahead.
Anirudh, if it makes you feel any better, this is only 2d8 plus 10. Except I'll also learn a thing or two about. Oh my god! Wait, I'm gonna learn. Wait, I'm gonna get Steelix's SPDF stat for free, basically.
No, because not. You'll get a range because I add or subtract.
because
a couple points.
you do randomize it. Yeah. You don't let me have my math fun. 2d8 plus 10. 6, 12. 12 plus 10 is 22. 22 plus special attack, which is also 22, so that's 44. And 44 times 1.5, we have another 66. 66 minus SPDF. And then it's single resisted, and then how much do I? Half of that give or take is what I'm expecting to be back at full health.
That would be correct. I believe you healed 25, if I'm right.
Oh my god, okay. What? What do you mean I healed 20? No,
Oh
shot.
no, I'm lying. No, I'm off. Sorry, strike that. You heal 13.
Okay, that sounds more like it. All right, yeah. I've taken 11 points of chip so far. So
Sorry, sorry. It took me 2 hours, but I finally cracked. My math gene isn't working anymore. You were saying 5 o'clock. Nope, it's 7 o'clock. That's when it touches. And that happens. Kyle has gone. It's now Rotom's turn. Rotom, you're in a wall. You've accomplished your mission.
No sand chip for the rest of us?
Oh yeah, well you do that, please. Give me some semblance of achievement.
Okay, for the record, it was only 4 straight 5s on my d6.
That's
Before I finally rolled a 1.
I got a 5.
all right. Victini and Kyle both need to roll.
Well, Kyle rolled 5, Victini rolled 1.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, and then Rose got the.
I rolled 6-5, 5-5, 5-1 on the sand chip.
Rose's damage is there. Rotom is not going to be affected unless they pop out of the wall. Speaking of, Rotom, it's your move. Do you want to pop out of the wall?
I mean,
Do you have the water
Do I
gun?
do I get a different moveset?
Are you looking for?
You'll replace Hex with Hydro Pump, basically.
I'm changing that slightly because I feel like it. Why not? Your 5th move is whatever the actual move is.
Oh, Oh, so it'll just gain a move in every form except for standard.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay. So what move would that be?
What is this?
Hydro Pump.
Specialized move? Hydro Pump would be added.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use the gem, and then Hydro Pump is on it.
You'd have to
Or
pop
should I
out of the
just
wall
do it?
for this.
Yeah,
This
that's
would
fine.
not switch off your mobile orb. It would pop back in if you
Yeah.
wanted to. But yeah, you pop out and Hydro Pump it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me remind myself what Hydro Pump does. Hydro Pump. Great. That's a water type special move. That means it'll be stab as well. This is an accuracy roll of 10, which means you need to get a 9 or better on your roll.
Okay.
Anirudh, what do you do if Daisy rolls a 9 here?
I accept fate.
What if I roll 9 times 2?
Oh my
I also
goodness,
accept my
nearly a
fate.
crit.
That's an 18. That's going to hit. Your die that you roll is going to be a 3d10 plus 10. It's base 11.
Okay. 3d10.
And I get a new note from my type.
That's 8, 3, 4.
Alright, I'll add it up on mine.
8, 3, 4
Plus
is
10.
15, plus 10 is 25.
Plus Rotom's special attack.
What's
Which
Rotom's
is-
special attack?
27 of it?
It is
Correct.
27. Does Rotom's base stats change?
It does not.
Okay. So, yeah.
Makes it remarkably easy for me.
Alright, 25 plus 27 is 52. 52 times 1.5 is 52 plus 26. 52 plus 26 is 78.
8 minus my special defense. Then we apply.
That is a cat.
Wash has turned into a cat. We apply the single resistance.
Okay, so crystal resistance. Crystal resists water, is weak to fire, takes neutral damage from grass, and resists is what we
You take the hit. It's a sizable hit. It's not enough to knock it out, but that is comfortably yellow. We were in yellow before. We are comfortably yellow now.
Pretty sure Victini is hurtling towards. in the
We
air.
do have a missile that's going towards the Steelix at this particular moment. All right, I have one last shot here. It is Steelix's turn. Also, I need to remember what Wash's voice was. What did I give Wash?
I do not remember.
I probably mentioned it. Oh, I don't have it here. That's great. I get to pick it up as I try to remember. Oh, Wash is probably the cool guy, so it's like,
All right, finally able to show off my stuff. Ah!
Whoosh.
whoosh, and this wave of water just flies out and smashes into the Steelix. That's there. Steelix. Man. We have been given a gift by the grace of gods. I'm using a different D20.
Ooh, super ultra mega crit coming in here. Someone's toast.
I will say, Rotom is now out of the wall. Rotom is a target.
Rotom was also the last thing to hit it.
Remind me as well, this means that Rotom currently is electric water?
Yes.
Sure. Okie doke. I'm going to go for Crystal Crash, because I want to.
Oh
And I'm
no.
going to go for it on Rotom.
Victini's in the air.
So,
I'm going to go for
so,
it on Rotom.
So crystal. So you're telling me the crystal type is super effective against water, and you want to show it off? Is what I'm hearing.
No. Almost there. Super effective
Oh,
against
crystal
electric.
type is super effective against.
It's super effective against electric.
It is.
Interesting.
And the only reason is because of a random King's Quest thing. I mean, there's probably logic behind it. I'll explain all this in the post-game show, which is why you should check that out, because you get to see me probably have a mental breakdown. But maybe not if this hits. Crystal Crash, my mans. I need to have a 7 or higher. I don't even care if this misses. I just don't want it to be a 6. A 15. Oh my gosh. Hope.
Well,
reality.
it was nice knowing Rotom.
Something happens. something happens.
Lots of things have happened so far.
A lot of positive things have happened for me.
If there's
okay,
one
cool.
upside to all of this, it's that Rotom is a surprisingly bulky Pokemon.
I need.
Oh, that's it? Oh, I was expecting Crystal Crash to be stronger.
That's a decent. It's not great. It's 2d8 plus 10, so it's a base 8 power move.
Base 80 move, 95% accuracy you gave it? Interesting.
I'm going to roll my damage. A 1 and a 7. That's smack dab in the middle thing. 7. Add this. That's gonna be this. It's a physical move, so that means I'm gonna add my attack. I roll plus attack. See, it's been so long since I've done this. I don't remember what it's like. So, rolls plus the bonus plus the attack. This is stab. That's not the right number. 1 plus that plus my attack is that. It's stab. It's that. Can you give me Rotom's physical defense?
24.
It's that. This is going to be.
I'm assuming this is going to be stupid damage.
This is single time super effective. That's going to be times 1.5.
Oh, my, this times 1.5. Oh, that's stupid damage.
Just pushes Rotom back into the wall.
Pushes Wash back into Rotom.
This is going to be a one shot that does 82 points of damage.
Yeah, no.
See? I wanted it to hit. This is
But
why.
what about my mobile orb? It just goes through me.
The move does not go through you. And in a potentially even worse scenario, Crystal Crash. I'm making
Well,
this up, but I feel
The
like
move kind of does go through me.
not in a good way. As I think Steelix uses its tail here in this case, since Rotom is behind, like turns around, uses the tail. The tail, you see, all of a sudden shines really brightly as it turns like very solid out of nowhere, straight line, and just beelines towards Rotom. Literally smashes into him like a football player tackling another guy. And Rotom flies backward the wall. Oh no! Bam! And because of the mobile orb goes through the wall, it's somewhere back there.
We should technically be saying wash, though, right?
What's that?
We should be
It's
saying
wash.
technically wash, right?
It's Wash.
True.
It's not
It is
Rotom,
washed.
it's Wash.
Yeah. So instead of oh no, it's
Oh no.
boom.
This is a problem, man.
Pop. And I did something to them. Yay. Rotom was not.
I mean, Rotom being in the wall is no bueno, because I was gonna let the battle conclude and then give it a reviver seed so it's not, stranded back there, but...
I would think if passed out would probably stop the mobile orb, right?
It gets dumped back out of the wall.
Otherwise, our next challenge is digging
Digging
through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably as it knocks out, just bounces off the wall and falls. It is knocked out. True.
When you're knocked
But-
out, the effect of all your orbs is disappeared, so it just
Probably.
smashes into the wall.
Boing, boing. Steelix is done. It's time. Victini, currently like a bullet, like a wild, bonkers,
Anirudh,
V-wheeling bullet.
Anirudh, I don't think you understand what you just did. Victini right now has exactly one job. It's to manage the checklist for this one Pokemon. Victini enjoys that job. And usually when I feel like, Victini seems like the type that, when it has someone it's working with, it takes a liking to him, and it tries to be, like Victini's tried to be palling with Rotom this whole time to varying degrees of success, right? Like, it was the same way with Keldeo, it's the same way whenever, the green one shows up, right? All that jazz. This Crystal Mega Steelix just eviscerated Victini's client.
Victini's going Yakuza on this one.
I was hoping you'd give me some sort of advantage for that, but it doesn't matter. I rolled a 17.
No, you don't need an advantage. You don't
I
need
do
an
not-
advantage.
I do not
You
need
do
an
not-
advantage.
You do not need an advantage. A
Listen.
17, that'll hit. Roll that
It'll-
die. I've done my
it'll-
job today.
It'll hit. V create is. Oh right, it's 60. Here we go.
Alright.
Because I don't know. Like this may not do it. 2, 6, 1, 2.
Oh my gosh,
6,
this might not do it.
2, 6, 1, 2, 5, 12. 2, 6, 1, 2, 5, 12, 12,
That's 28 total.
28, yes. 24 plus 2, 28. 28 plus 25 is 53. 53 plus 24 physical attack is 77. 77 times 1.5 because it's stabbed. 77 plus 35 plus 3. So 77 plus 3 is 80, plus 35 is 115.
So it's 115 minus.
This is slightly
special
less than last time. This is slightly less than last time.
defense.
I think last time was 120.
And then because it's quad effective.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part.
So last time, if you wanted to know, you dealt 154 points of damage. This time, you deal 171. So it's more this time.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure how either, but I'm rolling
I
with it.
thought last time I got 120 total. Because it wasn't really easy. I don't remember. I'm not gonna.
I don't know.
Bother.
It doesn't matter. Even if you had gotten like 50, I think this still would have knocked it out. By the way, it knocked it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Boom.
you know. this time the Victini crashes into it with a V, but before you see the big ball of flame, you also see the V wheel fly in from the other side, also engulfed in flames.
The V wheel, I think,
gotcha.
picks itself up.
Recreate doesn't seem to be doing a lot of creating.
The V wheel does not need to create. We don't create, but we destroy.
The Japanese name is V generate.
That's probably why.
Yeah, so you're creating
You're certainly
energy.
generating something.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations on your victory, everyone. Wow, what a good job you guys did. So good, yeah, so great. Both
Oh,
of you
you're
guys,
creating a victory.
I'm creating help. I don't know. Hey, who wants experience points?
Me.
I guess so.
I mean, it's helpful. You might get cool stuffs. Anyway, here's 150 experience points for you, G.
Oh, 150 flat. Nice.
150 flat. Worked out.
4, 5, 7, 7. No level.
4, 5, 8, 2.
Yay! Congratulations. You guys have won the battle as Crystal Mega Awesome Power Steelix decides, you know what, I'm going to cut my losses and vamooses.
Yay!
It's disappeared. You've won, and you've also gotten the water gem. And because we are 2 hours and 15 minutes into recording, unless you guys really want to do something else in this cave, I'm just going to cut to you guys exit the cave.
I thought you were just gonna end the episode there and pick it up next time.
I want you guys to leave the cave so that I can remember that you guys have left the cave, and that's it.
Okay.
We're in this cave for the rest of forever.
For the record, do we need because the battle's over? Do we need to give Rotom a reviver seed or no?
Victini has, through the power of the V wheel, revived Rotom.
Shout out the wheel, the V wheel.
The time right now, because I'm just cutting to it, is 5 p.m., which is roughly enough time for you to head back to the town you were at before, and then head on your way towards. Actually, no, you guys go in the same direction. Yeah.
Yeah. The plan was this was the slight detour. Take the slight detour, get the water gem, and then still arrive in the edge at a reasonable hour.
Right. So, as you guys exit the cave, I think you should be able to get there by nighttime, so it's not that big of a deal. You guys exit the cave, head ready to go on your next destination. There might be some words involved. I don't know. I don't really care. We're done with the episode. Please. I need a nap.
Thanks everyone for listening and supporting us in any way, shape, or shape.
Yeah, you do the outro.
Any way. What do you say? Thanks everyone for listening and supporting us in any shape, way, shape, or form. Not shape, way, or form. That's why I sounded weird. Any way, shape, or form that you do. He's been our PM, DM, GM, Anirudh himself, who has apparently quit the show. I've been Muhammad, playing Kyle.
And I've been Daisy baking Poco Puffs.
And until next time, don't make your GM too mad because then he quits on you, and then you have to wonder what you're going to do with the campaign for the rest of eternity, and it gets really sad. And I was expecting Godroot to cut by now, and he has